If you would ask an average Dexter fan who the best Dexter villain is, they would probably say either the Killer or the Trinity Killer. And can you guess which of them will get a new spin-off about their past? Will it be about Brian Moser, which we don't know the past of so good, and he tries to stalk Dexter for years and tries many ways to connect to him? Or will it be about Arthur Mitchell, where his past has been already revealed in the series and his cycles are all same all the time? And of course, as you may guess, Arthur Mitchell will receive a new prequel, and we don't know when it will happen, but it will be probably in 2025 or 2026, probably like Original Sin. But first, let me tell you about the backstory of this prequel, because it has a lot of stories to tell, and it was planned 2 years ago, and it was actually cancelled once, and yeah, just let me tell you the whole story. And also, I forgot to mention that this is my first time making a movies and series like news video, so if you enjoyed this video you can like and subscribe, and of course if you have some feedback please give it to me because I need it. So it all started in February of 2023, which is almost 2 years ago. Showtime has officially announced after 1 year of Dexter New Blood ended, they finally announced that there will be 3 new sequels to Dexter. The first sequel announced was that we'll get a Dexter New Blood 2, but this time with only Harrison, because yeah, Dexter was dead at that time. Another series which they announced was Dexter Origins, which was supposed to be a backstory of Dexter, and you probably know where that series went because it's out now, so this project was successful. And the last prequel that they actually announced was a Trinity prequel, and they actually tried to do the same thing as they are doing now. But what actually happened? Why didn't we get any news? But that was because the Arthur Mitchell series was initially cancelled, where first of all we had the writing strike, which affected many of the series development, and that's why they are coming so late. But in March this year we actually started getting news that there were rumors about Dexter Origins. That was what the series was called first. And then in April we started getting actual news about the castings, about the characters, because Dexter Original Sin was supposed to roll out really soon. The Dexter New Blood Season 2 and the Trinity prequel didn't just happen, no one mentioned it and people were confused. But it all stopped on the 10th of May when we finally got an announcement that the Trinity series won't happen, and it's like cancelled and they just don't like the idea anymore. And weeks after that Dexter actually dropped on Netflix, and the series Original Sin was going forward. We got the castings, we got the trailers, we got everything, and then there was time for New Blood. On July 6th we got finally news that New Blood Season 2 was starting to film in January 2025, but we still didn't know that Dexter was going to live. And 20 days later we finally got to know that Dexter Resurrection is happening, and later on we got the trailers, we got the news, and that's it. But there was nothing more about the Trinity series. And as you can see in the stats, Dexter just started blowing up here, and it started blowing up everywhere, on TikTok, on other social medias, but it got really popular without even the spin-off happening. But it's not even Dexter who got that popular. As you can see, here's the search for Arthur Mitchell, and as you can see it got a spike in October, which means that somehow he got popular there. Maybe more people were on season 4 then. And that's when I think Showtime saw how many people were actually interested of the character and liked him as a villain, that he was scary, and yeah, that we needed more of him. So if you know all that, then why did they choose Arthur Mitchell instead of Brian Moser? Brian Moser has much more stories to tell because he has stalked Dexter, so he has contact with the main character like directly, and Arthur Mitchell didn't do that. He didn't know about him until season 4. So why did they choose him instead of Brian Moser? Well, I have 2 theories which both are pretty good. Okay, so here are the search stats for Brian Moser, and as you can see he has a much smaller spike, so he maybe is not that popular, so many people do not care about him, and yeah, that's maybe why. My theory is that Brian Moser might be explained a lot more in Dexter Original Sin, because Dexter Original Sin may also have 2 seasons, same with Dexter Resurrection, but in Dexter Original Sin Season 2 we might get to know more about Brian Moser, which will be really interesting. And there's also a theory going in that Dexter Original Sin Brian Moser was already shown 15 years before the Season 1 started, which might be really interesting if it's true, but I might do that theory later on, but not in this video of course. And And also in the prequel, young Trinity will be voiced by Lithgow, which is the original Trinity, as his inside voice, because yeah, he's too old to play a character like 40 years younger, I guess. But this is where all the negative things come, and I will try to explain them because I have 2 points. So first of all, we basically know Trinity's backstory because it was told in the series, so it isn't anything special. We won't get anything jaw-dropping, I guess, maybe some other aspects, but yeah, there isn't anything really special. And also Trinity's kill cycle is exactly the same. Maybe it has changed over the years, but probably not. So this is really boring, I guess, because there will be nothing original, like there will be the same things happening over and over again if they don't change those things. And my second reason why this is pretty bad is because a main character needs to have something good in them, but Arthur Mitchell is probably one of the most evil villains in Dexter, so it will be really hard to understand the character. And this is another reason where Brian Moser could be a much better character, because even if he's evil, you can't understand him at some level, because he's just trying to connect with his brother, even if he's so bad and he does so many bad things. And as you know, the series may change because of feedback, so it's good to get feedback, because Dexter New Blood Season 2 was actually changed by Michael C. Hall because of the feedback, so he wanted to bring the character back, so feedback is really important. But if I will improve the story or add something, but this may be already added but they didn't tell us that yet, would be to add Frank Lundy as a character there. And Frank Lundy is a really interesting character because he has catched so many killers before, and they told that in the original series, so that would be a really nice backstory for him. And also they could do a double story with the Trinity thing going on too, because he was also obsessed with finding Trinity, which would be also a really nice plot there. Another thing which I think will be really weird is that Trinity will have an inner voice, which is weird because I thought only Dexter had that, but also it would be nice to hear his telling voice. Is maybe good, it's maybe not, but we will see. It's just to wait and see. And it also really depends on what the time will be in the series, because if it's at the early days of Trinity or when he was a kid or when he's more experienced, it really depends on that, I guess. The best way they could do that was if he was just aging really fast in the episodes, like one episode he's a kid, then he's a teenager, and all those things are happening really fast because there aren't too many interesting points, I think. But maybe they can do some interesting arcs with Trinity, because he maybe tried to be good, he maybe tried to be like Dexter, or yeah, we don't know. Because you could see how Dexter changed during like 7 years of the series being there, so if Trinity was here for like 30 years, he could have changed so many times, he could have changed his mind so many times, so he could be a really different character in the beginning than who he was when Dexter Season 4 happened. But I guess that's everything for this video. We don't know anything about this series yet, so it's still a mystery, but in a matter of months we'll probably know more thing, and I will report that on my channel, I guess. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and of course the link to Dexter Daily is in the description if you want to see the source. So bye and thanks for watching.